Coral Princess entered service with Princess Cruises in January 2003, built at La Chantière de l'Atlantique shipyard in Saint-Nazaire in France. She was the first in the Coral class, a 91,600-ton design that, size-wise, fits between the now-retired Sun class and Princess's larger Grand class. I was lucky to cruise on board Coral Princess in October 2022 as a guest of Princess Cruises, enabling me to share the experience with our Big Cruise podcast audience, as well as experience Medallion class for the first time. While Princess provided the cruise, I wasn't paid to make this video, but I do want to send a huge thank you to the team at Princess Cruises for the opportunity to sail on board the ship.
Hi, I'm Chris Frame. I write maritime history books and lecture aboard cruise ships about maritime history. I also make YouTube videos on the topics of maritime history and cruising. If that sounds like the sort of thing you're interested in, please feel free to subscribe.
There's lots to like about Coral Princess, so narrowing it down was a challenge, but I've managed to single out my top 5 favourite things about Coral Princess. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Number 5 is the ship's open decks. As a slightly older ship, Coral Princess benefits from some design traits that are becoming slightly rarer on modern cruise ships today. One of these features is her excellent open deck space. The ship's promenade or boat deck is fully wraparound, and it is clad in real teak wood, which gives the ship an authentic cruise ship style, despite many aspects of the ship being quite modern. At the top of the ship, there's also a huge open deck area, complete with swimming pools, bars, exercise areas, a retreat for adults, and plenty of space for sunbathing. Large glass screens offer wind protection, while the ship also features a huge outdoor screen which is used for movies under the stars on certain voyages. The decks offer a perfect vantage point for arrival and departures into port, and give a great view of the ship's funky funnel, which sports what looks like aircraft engines. To find out why, check out my recent short video after this one. Number 4 goes to Coral Princess's Bayou Cafe. Its immersive design features faux brick walls, Louisiana-inspired murals, as well as a fully stocked bar. In the evenings, the Bayou Cafe becomes an extra tariff restaurant, with a special menu inspired by southern US cuisine. I was lucky enough to sample the lobster and the creme brulee from this menu. While the cheesy garlic bread was the showstopper, it was delicious. Number 3 is a Medallion, which I experienced for the first time aboard Coral Princess. Now I know this isn't unique to just Coral Princess, but it really did make a difference to the overall cruise experience. Before my cruise, I thought the Medallion was just a modern day substitute for the cruise card, but having experienced the cruise, there's a number of things that stood out from the Medallion experience. That experience starts with pre-embarkation, where the Princess app asks you to pre-fill in all your embarkation information, such as passport details, vaccination status, credit card details, and so on. This means that when I got to the port, the embarkation experience was really smooth. In fact, it took only around 15 minutes from the curb to the gangway on this cruise, which is really impressive. Once aboard, the wearable is used to access your cabin, as well as order drinks from the bars. But you can also use your wearable to interact with large screens around the ship, which are useful for navigation, to see what's on, and to find your friends. The Medallion app acts as your companion to you during the cruise, with all the information duplicated there, while your in-cabin TV screen has all the Medallion options built into it, allowing you to order food, drinks, and book events and shore excursions from your cabin. Number 2 for me has to be the Wheelhouse Bar, which is a treasure trove of maritime history memorabilia. As Coral Princess was built in the early 2000s, the ship was designed during the P&O Princess era. P&O Princess was a large cruise line formed by the Peninsula and Oriental Steam Navigation Company. It operated a variety of brands including P&O Cruises, Princess Cruises, AIDA, Arosa, and Ocean Village. Because of this, there are various crossovers between the Princess and P&O brands, which can be seen in the Wheelhouse Bar. Memorabilia includes authentic items from past ocean liners, including ship's bells, vintage marketing posters, model ships, and other historic items. The bar also features a large dance floor, lots of comfy seating, and a well-stocked bar, as well as live music. Now before we get to my number 1, I just wanted to let you know that we now have a range of ethical cruise clothing at our merch store. All our merch is made by T-Mill. We have a range of summer and winter clothes for all ages and sizes, featuring our stylized ocean liner logo, or our See You on Board range. Number 1 on this voyage was the crew, who were absolutely superb. With cruising back after the pandemic, every crew member I interacted with seemed excited, energetic, and happy to be at work. The service was personalised and very attentive, with good attention to detail when interacting with the crew at the bars, restaurants, and up on deck. After the first 24 hours or so, bar staff in the Wheelhouse Bar could anticipate my favourite drink order, while the maitre d' came and checked in on my table each evening at the Bordeaux restaurant. But the real standout for me was my cabin attendant, who introduced himself to me the first minute after arriving at my cabin on embarkation day. He remembered my name every time we interacted, both near my cabin but also when I saw him at other parts of the ship. And the cabin was kept in excellent condition, with a morning service and a turn-down service in the evening. This kind of service is what really stands out, and is one of the things that I love about cruising. There was so much else to love about Coral Princess. Other notable mentions include the atrium area, which is surrounded by bars and lounges, the two main show lounges offering a good variety of entertainment, the sports deck high atop the ship, and the spacious balcony in my cabin. But this is a top 5 list, and the bar was set very high for the 5 things that made my list. Have you sailed aboard Coral Princess? What would your top 5 favourite things be? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I hope to see you on board.